Development Manager, Sue Prin, and with the Walk to End Alzheimer's, Jenna Shemaleski. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello, great to see you.
Great to see you. Welcome back. I can't believe it's the Walk to End Alzheimer's this weekend.
I was saying that myself.
Wow. Well, unfortunately, we haven't ended Alzheimer's yet.
No.
But are we getting somewhere?
Well, there are some treatments that are out there that have not been there in the past, which is exciting. It focuses on the biology of the disease itself, and it's not a cure, but it does give those individuals that are eligible for the medication more time. It'll stop the progression of the disease for a short period of time, but that gives them the opportunity to say, plan for their journey, work with their families to have a voice as far as how their caregiving would look like. Maybe even hit some of those milestone, celebrations, whether it be an anniversary or birth of a grandchild. So it's exciting, as well as there's a blood biomarker test as well to help with early diagnosis so that you can start preventive maintenance, as that I call it, maybe changing your lifestyle, your eating habits, getting more sleep, exercising, to help there as well.
Oh, you can tell from a blood test that you might get it?
Well, you could be at risk of developing it. It doesn't necessarily mean you'll get it, but there are those individuals that, say, have family members that from generation to generation have been diagnosed, and they can do this particular blood biomarker where they look for the proteins in the blood, and it helps navigate your health care and what you're going to do in a trajectory. So it's like with, heart disease, you can say that you're on the trajectory of potentially having a heart attack, but if you do these steps here, it can help either stop the progression or stave off that first symptom, which is excellent. If anyone can be told do these things, now doing them is a harder part though, right? We all say, but absolutely, it's great news.
Jenna, you've been involved in this event for many years. I've seen you there.
You have seen me there quite a few times.
And you work with seniors. That's part of your profession.
Correct.
In providing resources for seniors, but also families of seniors.
Correct.
And I think that the walk, you'd like to involve family members, particularly Alzheimer's families, in this walk.
Absolutely. So I have a loved one in my family that unfortunately has cognitive impairment, and it affects not just her, but the entire family. And we all are affected. Some illnesses might affect the patient more than the supports around them, but this one is definitely, unfortunately, you've got a bigger a number of people that are affected by it even without the disease.
So it rained a couple of years ago when we were there with the cameras, but it's not going to rain this Saturday.
No. It is a rain or shine event, as you can see. We still had a wonderful time, and everyone is there. So yeah, it's a rain or shine event.
The color,
and we're ready for it.
The purple, that's the color, but there's other colors that represent other people affected.
The flower ceremony.
Yeah.
Right. Participants are able to come and choose a flower that best represents their connection to the cause. Purple is that you've lost a loved one. Yellow is that you're a caregiver or you're supporting a caregiver for someone that does have Alzheimer's or a form of dementia. Blue means that you've been diagnosed with a form of dementia. And orange is that you're an advocate and a voice for all those that are affected, and for a vision for a world without Alzheimer's.
I know a lot of people, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to know. They don't want to get diagnosed. They don't admit that the diagnosis it's right. So does the event, does that encourage people to feel like they aren't alone and that there are places and people that are there to help them?
Absolutely. And Jenna, you can share your experience last year when you arrived, but it absolutely does. We call it one of the largest support groups for families and individuals that are affected by it. And for those that are not affected by it, but don't even want to be as well, because we support it, it's great because there's resources there, there's information, and you realize that, no, you're not alone. We are a community that's coming together that supports each other.
Yeah, and your experience has
Absolutely.
been that.
So there's a lot of guilt, I think, sometimes as a caregiver. You loved your loved one, and you have to get to the point where you realize this is part of the disease. It's not my loved one, and it's still hard not to get frustrated and you beat yourself up a little bit. And so it's nice to connect with other people that are struggling, taking care of a loved one, and the frustrations that you get, and that it's normal and it's understandable. And we just give recommendations to each other on how best to cope with it and deal with it. And the best way is sometimes just to laugh at it.
While you're here, I know you've got an event tonight.
Yes.
There's still room for
There
people?
is room, yes, absolutely. Driving into the next chapter, it is going to be this evening from 5:30 to 6:30 at Wellwise Services, Area Agency on Aging on Chicago Street in Brooklyn. Sue will also be there representing the Alzheimer's Association. She's actually one of our silver sponsors. And we're so excited. Again, we've got Jennifer Daly, who's a local estate attorney, talking about power of attorneys, durable power of attorneys, when do you actually take charge. And then we have Patricia Heiler from the state of Michigan, who's the aging driver specialist. And she's got some amazing tools and resources, and she's going to talk about helping your loved one retire from driving, which is a difficult topic, but very heavy topic, but people need to know, and we want to do it in the most respectful way.
Yeah, I can imagine an Alzheimer's patient would be very dangerous, be very dangerous for them to be driving.
Well, absolutely, and a lot of our one-on-one care consultations, this is one of the prominent questions that people ask is, how do we take the keys away from dad or mom? And this is a great event to be at, to learn about the resources that are there to support you. That's why we felt it very important to be a part of it, because we do experience that, in the association. Yes. Yeah,
I would imagine it's a very common issue.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, so for Saturday, you don't need to, do you want people to register ahead of time or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It makes it easier for check-in. So you can go to the website, which is act.alz.org/JacksonMI, because you want to go to the Jackson, Michigan walk, not Jackson, Tennessee walk. But we prefer registering online, makes check-in process easy, but you can still register the day of. Not only can you register and show up, but also any fundraising, you can bring in last-minute funds. If you want to experience the walk for the first time, we encourage everyone to come out and enjoy the event, because it's not just for walking. We do have a kid zone, so it's a family-friendly event. We have a pet zone, so pets are welcome on a leash, but it is for everyone, all ages, all abilities.
And we're hoping people stay a little bit after the walk is through.
Talk about this one, yes.
And there is a very nice band that is playing to help keep people and keep the party going. They're called Under the Wire.
Are you in the band?
I am not, but there's one member that I might be related to, my son. So there's a group of kids from Columbia. They all were in the jazz band, and they decided to formulate kind of a garage band type thing. They've already played a couple times at the farmers market. They played at the kids triathlon at the yacht club, and now I talked Sue into letting them play, because we've been wanting to keep people, because what happens, what I've seen a lot of times is people get done at the walk and they're gone, they're ready to go. So we're hoping if we've got some good live entertainment that people will kind of hang around and socialize, and it'll be a good time. Yeah.
Cool. Good to see both. Thank you.
It's great seeing you too.
Saturday, the Walk to End Alzheimer's at Horace Blackman Park, downtown Jackson. Starts with registration at 10 and then the walk at 11. From Walk to End Alzheimer's, Jenna Shemleski, and Development Manager for Alzheimer's Association, Sue Prin. That's it. We're out of time.